Hey, it's Julie here. When I first started clinical hypnotherapy and strategic psychotherapy, I had scripts, tools, but because I wasn't a psychotherapist, I often felt unsure about how to structure a session from start to finish ethically, clearly, and confidently. I wondered, are my suggestions really working? Am I addressing my clients' true needs? And that uncertainty pushed me to develop a clear approach, a framework that balances clinical rigor with real connection. So every session flows smoothly and delivers real transformation. And over time, I realized that effective hypnosis isn't just about scripts or inductions. It's about guiding the client through a thoughtful, respectful process that starts with understanding who they are, what they want, and how their brain actually works. So I built my practice around key pillars that help me design each session with confidence. Intake and case formulation, gathering unbiased info to understand the client fully. Goal mapping, aligning therapy with their needs and desired outcomes. Tailored hypnosis, creating inductions and suggestions that fit their style. Dissociation and engagement, using brain science to deepen trance and open new pathways. Review, reflecting on outcomes and refining plans continuously. I don't follow a rigid formula. Instead, I blend these elements fluidly to fit each client and session. To really master hypnosis, it helps to understand the brain's two hemispheres and their roles. The left hemisphere is dominant for most people. It handles logic, analysis, and controls the opposite side of the body. When we talk through hypnosis, we naturally engage in this side using clear, rational language and structured pacing to build trust or even counting. But real transformation comes when we engage the right hemisphere, the creative, emotional, intuitive side. This is where imagery, metaphors, rhythm, and disassociation work their magic. Hypnosis works best when we activate both hemispheres. Many years ago, I attended the Australian Hypnosis Association conference. One of the featured speakers was legendary Stephen Brooks, founder of British Hypnosis Research, known worldwide for his compassionate and elegant hypnotic work. He walked calmly onto the stage, pacing slowly back and forth as he began to speak. No tricks, no swinging watches, just words, but something astonishing began to happen. One by one, the people sitting in the front row began to fall asleep. Not because they were bored, because they were being gently hypnotized without any formal induction. Within minutes, the entire front row was in a trance. Everyone in the audience was stunned. We were all thinking, what the F just happened? When the applause broke out, Stephen smiled and asked, how do you think I did that? People's hands went up. You said, sleep deeply. You clicked your fingers. They were actors and you paid them to pretend to sleep like that. But the real answer was far more elegant and scientific. Stephen had been engaging in both brain hemispheres in real time. He alternated eye contact, right eye, then left eye, and then layered speech with embedded commands, metaphors, hypnotic rhythm, and precise pacing and melody. While one hemisphere processed language, logic, the other was absorbing subtle emotional and sensory cues and melody. He was speaking both sides of the brain, and the result was effortless trance. Stephen's demonstration wasn't just showmanship, it was a clinical lesson in how effective hypnosis depends on hemispheric integration. To truly help clients, we need the left brain for structure, permission, and clarity and safety. We need the right brain for story, symbolism, emotion, and imagery. When we learn to speak to both, we're not just hypnotists, we become facilitators of deep, lasting change. Disassociation is a core strength of hypnosis. It's what lets clients step outside their usual thinking and emotional patterns. Psychologist Ernest Hilgard showed us how disassociation creates a mental space for healing by separating the client from limiting beliefs and old habits. Think of it as gently floating above a storm of thoughts and feelings, observing without being overwhelmed. The deeper the disassociation, the deeper the trance, and the more open the client becomes to new possibilities. Here are some ways to induce disassociation and engage that creative hemisphere. Floating above the body, guide your clients to imagine themselves gently rising out of their body, watching the tension drift away. Or the beach of thoughts. Picture a calm beach where the worries are seashells lying on the sand, separate from their core self. These techniques encourage emotional separation, making transformation easier. But a quick note, disassociation isn't always the answer for everyone. Some clients, especially those with trauma and chronic disassociation, need grounding instead. Grounding techniques help clients stay connected to the present moment and feel safe. Focus on textures or sounds around them. Deep, mindful breathing, simple reality checks, or routines. The key is adapting to your client's needs. To make hypnosis truly effective, thorough case formulation and treatment planning are essential. Here's how to approach it. Gather the full picture: personal background, medical history, therapy, experience, presenting issues. Analyze patterns, look for thoughts, behaviors, emotions that maintain the problem. Set goals, collaborate with the client on realistic, meaningful outcomes. Design hypnosis interventions, choose induction methods, deepening techniques, and suggestions tailored to your client styles and goals. Structure sessions. Plan on what to focus on each time, including homework and self-hypnosis exercises. Monitor progress. Use client feedback and assessment tools to adjust as needed. For example, you have a client named Emma who's been struggling with chronic insomnia and high stress. After assessment, you identify several contributing factors: anxiety, cognitive arousal, racing mind at night, poor sleep hygiene, caffeine late in the day, inconsistent routine, external locus of control. She gives verbal examples of saying this, things like, "Nothing I try works." Ineffective waking strategies: snoozing, irregular light exposure, lack of compartmentalization, taking work stress to bed, possible sleep apnea. You ask her to get screened and refer before proceeding with hypnosis. Based on this, your treatment plan might include relaxation-based inductions, sleep programming, using metaphor and imagery, stress reduction, thorough hypnotic rehearsal, building healthy evening routines via suggestion, and future pacing. Before beginning clinical hypnosis, you ensure Emma is screened for obstructive sleep apnea. As you know, undiagnosed apnea can undermine progress and possess serious health risks. This makes hypnotherapy both art and science, blending deep empathy, knowledge, and strategic planning to guide your clients to real lasting change. If you want to go deeper, I've created worksheets and templates that help you build intake forms, formulate cases, design hypnotic sessions step by step, just like the process I shared today. You can grab them in the link below. In the next video, I'll walk you through how to map out a full transformation plan for your clients, using strategic models and hypnosis together to create clear, structured change. Thanks for watching. Your commitment to helping others truly makes a difference.